Howdy, folks. Howie here, and I just read my second manga, manga. I don't know. Second one of these ever in my life. I read comic books every day, and I've never read a manga. I have read, well, I shouldn't say never. I've read very American recreated mangas. I think there was a Pokemon it was Japanese manga. I think it was Viz who is recreating it, was the company, and they recreated it. I mean, it went from left to right. It read like an American book. Now this, of course, it's Japanese, and I had to learn this. First one I read was My Hero Academia, and that gave me a learning. So I was able to read this a little easier, just physically, and you'll see. As it reads, it's a parental advisory. It's a graphic, but not sexually graphic. It's violence so far. I have a feeling there's a lot of sex coming, but I mean, there is this one slight sex scene. A man's having sex, and she turns into some sort of demon, and then back. Really weird. And that was it. That's it. The rest is, and see what I mean, it reads backwards to forwards, left to right. Or right, I mean, backwards and forwards, right to left. So you start on a page, and whereas you would usually, read like this, the panels, you read the panels this way, backwards. And it makes sense that they just translate it and then do this. Because otherwise, you would have to do so much separation of taking this panel here, move it here, take this panel, move it here. You might even need to change directions people are looking. Why would he be, he's looking at what's to come. So if you just switch the panels, you have to switch him looking towards what he's doing and stuff like that. I mean, it would take a lot to do it. Pokemon in the 90s was huge. So yeah, they were willing to do it. Now, when I was recommended Berserk, because I said I was reading, I started reading the My Hero Academia, and I'll talk about that later. I wanted to talk about this one first because I got a feel for it and have more to say about it, I think. When I found out, I was recommended it by Demonic Pretty. She said, you got to read it. Got to read it. So good. Got to read it. Got to read it. I said, okay, I ordered it. She's like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh my God, are you excited? Stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for stuff I've read for the second part. I rarely get excited for something I've never read because I don't know. And then the gas station near me, this is totally, it makes sense in a second. The gas station near me, I go there all the time. Oil changes, tire change, whatever gets done on my car, they take care of it. So during this Corona thing, they went to full service, which is really cool. No extra charge. They come out, they wash your windows, they fill your gas. They're like, during this Corona, we want to help take care of people, and it's giving them a good name, obviously. Because also their business is slower inside, repairing cars, because people are kind of not going out and getting it done, so because they're not driving. So they're doing whatever they can, and they're doing good. But anyways, the guy saw I was reading My Hero Academia while he was taking care, pumping the car. He said, oh my God, what manga are you reading? And I said, oh, this is My Hero Academia, and all that. And he goes, yeah. I mean, we're all big nerds here. I go, I didn't know that. I just knew, like, one guy, his name is into Pokemon because I played Pokemon Go with him. And he goes, oh, no, we're just into everything like that. A whole bunch of nerds back here. I go, that's cool. I'm surprised I never knew that after all these years. But cool. And I said, I just got in today, because that's the day I got it. I got in Berserk. Now, he was wearing his mask. So I could only see his eyes, but I'm sure his jaw dropped by the way his eyes bugged out. And he just stood there for a second, and all I heard was, that is so amazing. Like, okay, then that's another one. And then just the other day, before I started Berserk, a couple days or whatever, before I started, I pull in, and he was helping me again, and this other guy comes running out from the back. He goes, I heard you're going to read it. I go, what? He goes, Berserk, heard you're going to read it. Oh, it's awesome, dude. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm like, okay. I'm looking forward to it now. I keep hearing great things. And he goes, I just got one complaint. I go, what's that? He goes, the girls, there's too much hair, down there. But other than that, it's great. I'm like, whoa. And then he ran off back to work. And me and the guy doing the gas just kind of looked at each other and went, well, never heard that complaint about a book before. Okay, that's new. And he laughed his ass off at that. It's like weird. But it hasn't gotten into any nudity yet to see. I don't know if it's a complaint or not. That blew me away of someone saying that. That's a complaint about a book. But my complaint about this book is it's not even a complaint. It's just strange because it is different. I'm getting used to Japanese storytelling. There's not a lot of story here in this first book. You can just see there's just nothing to read. You have to interpret what's happening. It's not too hard. But it's not deep. It's not heavy. The guy is good at the art, and a good artist can tell an entire comic book without the word balloons. I've always thought that, and I've seen it, and it's true. I like the word balloons added and stuff, and anything else, just because it adds to the experience. And this has so little. So it went really fast. Really fast. Like, too fast. But that's what it is. And one other thing that's not a complaint also, but weird to me. Of course it's weird. I always say it's weird to me. Of course it is. I'm the one doing the damn video, right? If it's weird to you, it's not going to be said. But I don't know it. There's this character brought in. Now, this is a mature reader, adults only book. Now, this character is naked, but it's genderless, so it's not and it's not a human. So don't worry, that's not what I mean by being mature. This is a silly character. It's an elf that's just a little elf that kind of pops around him, flits around this guy Guts, and it does a lot of the anime silliness, like right here. And it's like touching his scar, which is a thing, and then he yells at it and whoa, kind of does that anime whack ow, things they do. That's funny. And it's supposed to be fun. It was really weird to see a humorous character in a serious book. It's not something you would see in America. The most you get is like Sandman is a very serious book, and you get Delirium and you get Death, and they're kind of quirky, cute characters, but they're not silly. I don't know if I'm explaining that. They're not. They have a purpose, and she may have a purpose. It may have a purpose, but hasn't been discovered yet. But so far, it just seems to be there to be there. Yeah, I would compare it to putting Delirium or Death into the Sandmans, because they're funnier characters, but they're not wacky. They're definitely not wacky. Other than that, you get 3 stories here. You get, right here, there's it said. No. And it is presented by Dark Horse, so they'll be easy to find if I want them. The Black Swordsman, The Brand, and The Guardian of Desire, Chapter 1. Brand was pretty good. You learn what this mark on his neck is. The Dark Swordsman, it's about he's coming in, he's the Dark Swordsman. He has this big old a big old anime Final Fantasy sword that he pulls out all the time. It's just a ridiculous, impossible sword. Here it is. It's just bigger than him, and he can cut anything in half with it. It's like a magic sword. There's a guy getting cut in half. So this is it. A lot of splash pages, a lot of gory art, but it's not that gory because it's black and white. And they don't even. I mean, there's no guts or entrails. It's a guy being severed in half. Oh, here's his sword on his back. You can see there. Giant thing. Like I said, it was good, and I do want to read the rest. My complaint about it is it's not inexpensive. Regular price of a trade paperback, and I'd say it just flew by. I was done. I picked it up, read it today, as a matter of fact. And that's good, but not for the amount. It's like, what are they, 15 each? I could probably find them lower. I got it off Amazon, so I probably paid 10 for the trade, which is normal to pay $10 or $12 for a trade. And I didn't realize it was manga. I know it was manga. I didn't realize it is thick. I mean, it's not like it's a thin book, but I didn't realize it would take me like minutes to read. And that's kind of a bit. I mean, it's good to read them, get them all to the story. You can get it fast, but it's a lot to spend. I mean, there's 40 issues, so we're looking at over $400 to read the whole story. Now, I'm sure I can find it cheaper, and in other ways, and there's digital and all that stuff. So it's not a huge complaint. It's just that's a bit rough for the price of the book for the amount of time it takes you to read. It's pretty cool when a book takes you 3-4 days kind of sit. I mean, comics read fast as it is, but I don't know. I'm just looking at something like, what did I read? The House of X. I mean, that had so much to it to read and reread and all that. And it had stuff to reread, but really relook at. I think I loved it. I am definitely going to pick up number 2. Probably soon. I'm always in the middle of other things, so I can't tell you when I'm going to pick it up. I just started Lock and Key because I really want to get the first one of those read. That's an old Joe Hill book that I just really want to read because I'm loving his Hill House stuff. Other than that, I mean, not much. It was fun. Everyone who said it was fantastic, they're right. It's fantastic. It's just it's a matter of there's a whole lot of it out there, and that's really it. It's kind of daunting it's kind of like thinking I'm going to try and read Superman starting at 1939, and that's never going to happen. So, and this started in, I don't know when this is from. I think it started in the 80s. So there's a lot there. There's a whole lot there. It even shows you what there is here. Yeah, there's all the volumes. 40 volumes plus we've got 2 like a special and a Flame Dragon Knight or something like that, 2 other extra things. But what do they have as a $14.99 would be the price if I bought it at the comic store. You got it cheaper on Amazon, eBay, but anyways, I would like to thank everybody who recommended, especially Demonic Pretty, as well as the people who got excited when they found out I had it, which made me bring it to the front of the list much faster. And that's about it. I don't know what else to say. Go try something new. Go try something different. If all you read are superhero books, try some horror. If all you read are American books, try some other country. All right, folks, have a good one. Read a comic.